Over the weekend, some reports surfaced. I love using the words reports and surfaced, Card,
No,
because
Ralph.
there's a lot of reports surfacing these days. This one's very interesting. This one, I believe, came from Card Chronicle, which is, as you can probably guess, a Louisville site. Louisville is trying to make a play for Coleman Hawkins here. And that's interesting to me and probably everyone because Louisville has 13 scholarship players already. Pat Kelsey is supposedly done. But this comes from Card Chronicle, so I don't know. I haven't seen like anybody at the national level publicize this, but there are at least rumors and rumblings and reports from Card Chronicle that quote, I'm told Louisville is at least going to Coleman Hawkins and saying, we might be able to make upwards of $2 million work for you. That's a number that's being tossed around, reportedly, from Louisville to Coleman Hawkins. Again, Louisville already has 13 scholarship players, but they may have an excess amount of NIL funds, which may be what Coleman Hawkins is looking for if you believe that his agent told schools to not even call him if they can't match the great Osborne number of $2 million. Also, we should add, before I throw it to you, Pat Kelsey, Louisville head coach, new Louisville head coach, basketball PJ Fleck, as I like to refer to him. He's always like tweeting out links to Jack Harlow albums. He's always running around with a bunch of hashtags, and he still doesn't know how to take a selfie video. That's beside the point. 2 days ago, before the weekend, Pat Kelsey tweeted out of nowhere, Joker and the Thief. If you know, you know. One could interpret that as a reference to maybe Coleman Hawkins and Pat Kelsey stealing Coleman Hawkins. Maybe Coleman's the Joker. Maybe Pat Kelsey is the thief. Your thoughts?
Oh, well, first off, are we going to start this episode without any type of apology to me?
Why do I need to? Oh, because you had Louisville on your Coleman Hawkins list.
Yeah, and I was ridiculed and laughed at.
I still am laughing and ridiculing this. I think there's a
Eh,
0% chance he ends up in Louisville, but that's
okay,
just
well, me and my good friends over at Card Chronicle think otherwise, Bucko. But I will say,
okay. Cart Chronicle.
yeah, you damn Skippy, sign me up. But for real though, you got to think that as much as Coleman definitely wants to play winning basketball, right? And I think that Coleman's going to have a lot of options. Coleman's also Coleman. And if you think that Coleman Hawkins is going to not consider an offer of up to $2 million to play college basketball, I think he'd go play in Yucatan if it had enough of a good social media following and something that could give him $2 million. Like, I think that you got to consider that. And look, like, we talk about it a lot, or we talked about it as of recently. Louisville actually might be kind of good this season. Like, that there's a good chance they are. And if they get a player like Coleman, it increases those chances. And he gets to play in the ACC. And it makes Riley feel bad because he didn't get Coleman Hawkins. He chose Pat Kelsey over his school. Like, I don't know. I realistically see a world where this actually happens.
Yeah, it's hard to come back from. Look,
Greg, how do you turn down $2 million to go play college basketball?
You turned down $2 million because you got $2 million at a better place that can help you win more now.
Is he going to get that?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I appreciate you, Pat Kelsey, but yeah, not happening.
Yeah. So listen, what we've learned from this entire exercise is this. Pat Kelsey has money. Louisville has money. That's great. Surprise, surprise. Wow. Pat Kelsey's approach here seems to just be like, oh, I'm literally just going to offer everyone. And then if I need to recruit over the guys I signed 2 weeks ago because a better player comes available late, I'll do it. Like, sorry, 13 scholarship players who have already been announced with photographs. Coleman Hawkins is here and we still have $2 million. So tough luck. Like, who's getting cut from that team? And I get college basketball is a business now. It's a cutthroat industry. Teams oversign all the time. Looking at you, Purdue. This isn't the most creative solution if Pat Kelsey's just openly being like, yeah, I don't care. I'm going to get rid of one of the guys I just signed because Coleman Hawkins is better. And I'm not saying it's good or bad. I don't think it's great for the sport, but like if my coach was doing it, I'd be happy he's trying to get Coleman Hawkins. Coleman would really help Louisville next year. He would help any team next year. I just think it's unrealistic. I don't buy that there's any serious path here where Coleman commits to Louisville, even if $2 million is on the table. I think Coleman is smarter than this. Like, Coleman is smarter than this. If Coleman's coming back, if you really believe all the, oh, he wasn't super pumped about coming back to college basketball, yada, yada, whatever. I don't even believe that. But if you do, he's not going to sign up to go somewhere that's like unknown with a lot of variables. He's just not. He's not going to put himself in a similar spot to like where Sky Clark just went. Like, Coleman has better options than that. And with all due respect to Pat Kelsey and the roster he's built, even if this team is good enough to make the NCAA tournament in the ACC, they're not a national title contender, even with Coleman Hawkins. And there are teams that will be national title caliber that have the money for Coleman Hawkins. Like, just straight up, John Calipari with John L. Davis and Adu Diarra and Jonas Adu and 4 or 5-star kids and $2 million. Would you rather have that, or would you rather have Pat Kelsey and Chucky Hepburn? Like,
have you seen that? Have you seen that Pat Kelsey football video where he's catching the punts?
yes.
Can Cal do that?
Have you seen the Cal video where he's helping tornado victims and removing debris from the side of the road? Does Pat Kelsey do that?
If we had to put a coach in a category that could stop a tornado with his bare hands, I might pick Pat Kelsey.
The reality of the Coleman Hawkins recruitment right now is this, Cart. Arkansas is going to have $2 million for him. That is the team that you have to beat. So unless Pat Kelsey can reach even into deeper pockets and make a $2.5 million offer that Chicken Man won't match, I don't see why. I don't see why he would go to a situation that's worse basketball-wise, with more variables, with an unproven coach, with an unproven roster, than play for a Hall of Famer in Cal at Arkansas. There are some schools I think could beat him. Like, I think if North Carolina swooped in and offered the same money as Arkansas, Carolina might get him. Like, I think there are other teams here as well. If Mark Pope really wanted to and put the money together, I think there's a chance he'd end up at Kentucky. Obviously, if Bill Self made the call. We talked about all the schools he would consider. But I still don't believe, even if Louisville's trying, I don't believe Coleman will seriously consider it.
Okay. Well, can I get a quick call your shot? Where's Coleman Hawkins going then? I think I know, but can I get it verbally?
Arkansas.
Arkansas, 100%.
Yeah, Arkansas.
I'm just going to stick with my UNC prediction.
Yeah, I haven't heard if they've reached out or not, but like, what's the percent chance you think it's Louisville? You actually believe this could happen?
Yeah, I mean, I would probably give the slight edge to Arkansas and UNC, but like, I think you would give it like a 5% chance he goes to Louisville. I would give it somewhere up there in like 20-ish%.
I give it a 0% chance he goes to Louisville.
Okay.
Honestly, I have to give it a 1% chance because there's a 1% chance Coleman Hawkins hears this and just goes to Louisville just to prove me wrong. That's possible.
I would love that.
Yeah. No, I don't think there's a chance. Do you believe the Joker and the Thief tweet was about Coleman Hawkins?
Yes.
That's so cringy. Like, can we acknowledge how lame that is?
If Dusty would have did that, I think you would have liked it.
You really think so?
Mm-hmm. Like, we would have had a full 15-minute segment on how your coach is handsome, but can also work the cryptic game.
But the thing is, my coach works in silence, as we know. Like, since my coach took the Michigan job, has he said shit? Like, he's just walking around signing players who should be going for $1 million for $300K without saying a peep, with a nice tan riding his bike to work. He's about his business. Pat Kelsey's about his nonsense. That's what it is.
That's a bar.
It's true. It is what it is. And he has a lot of nonsense. He had a lot of nonsense this offseason. It was great. PJ Fleck had a lot of nonsense too. He lost in the Cotton Bowl one time. You remember that? That was fun.
That wasn't the nonsense I was thinking about for Mr. Fleck.
Good luck to Pat Kelsey. Jesus. The NBA draft is coming up, and I've got something awesome for you. We are partnering with the people at NBA 2K Lab. NBA 2K is the best video game on earth. The people at 2K Lab are making some awesome stuff to make that game even more fun, and they just launched their 2024 NBA Draft Simulator, where you can find the official Sleepers Media big board. We ranked our top 75 players in this draft class. Me, Carter, Brian Ralph, Riley Davis. We did it together, and it is featured on the 2K Lab NBA Draft Simulator. You can take control of any team in the draft, play GM with just one click, and see our entire rankings before these videos even come out. Check out the link in the description of this video to try out the draft sim for yourself, and you can find more mini games at nba2klab.com/nba-mini-games.